people expecting me to. I don't even like Chanda Monkey.
Like,
No,
people like, I just want to know, is it EDM house?
ED, who still, yes.
Is it white boy deep house? I think that's what's
Oh yeah,
one of the questions.
white boy deep house.
Isn't Madison? All right, guys, so you ready to go? Is everyone cutting? We're good.
Yo.
How you feeling? How you feeling?
When you can also add.
Yes, please. Yeah, we'll whole team.
Basically been there the whole time. So. Come on, don't be shy.
All right, guys. What's happening, everyone? We're back. The art dealers. Oh my gosh, man. 2019. It's been a while, guys. It's like the middle of February. We haven't even put out any content. I blame you guys. I've been around, but y'all are lazy.
My DJ's been working.
Y'all are lazy. But anyway, guys, it's your Resident Black Spider-Man. Linda, guys, the team is back. Introduce yourselves quickly for people who forgot.
Hi, I'm Johnny.
Cameron, can they hear you there?
And in the distance, DJ Frisco.
Cameron is back, guys. Shout out to Dan and Panashe and Jordy, who are busy at the moment. So the whole team will be back soon. Guys, today is a very, very special day. We are starting the process of becoming more focused on music, on the music side of things. We even have a name. Should I reveal the name yet? Or was it too early?
No, not yet.
Okay, not yet. It's a name. Everything's coming. New show, new content is on the way. As you guys know, we put out a mix towards the end of last year, which was received really, really well. Shout out to Jabs and Cameron for that one. Shout out to everyone who listened. And yeah, so that's the beginning of us focusing more on the music side, getting people in to get some fresh perspectives. Like today. Today's a good one, guys. My man there, looking fresh as hell.
Yeah.
Looking fresh as hell. Man, my man, just introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are. What's happening? How you doing?
Okay, so I'm son of Dennis, real name Tennyson Jr. Mangena, 20 years old. I'm a DJ. I've been in the industry for about 2 years now. Yeah, man.
Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for your time, man. Who's next to you? We got a whole room.
My manager.
We have a full room in here.
I've got my manager Monique Pano.
Oh, shout out. Monique, you want to say something? Say hello to the fans there.
What's up, fans?
See, now our ratings are booming now. No, thanks so much for being here, guys. Shout out to Jeff for organizing this. So we were talking off air a bit just about the vision of this whole thing here, and like I was telling Dennis, we want to just inspire a lot of you guys. I know a lot of guys who are listening now are sort of up-and-coming musicians, rappers, or whoever, or guys who just appreciate music. And it's cool to get perspectives from people who are actually in the industry. Just inspire people a bit, just let them know what's happening from a more professional point of view. I think, like myself personally, I'm not necessarily someone who's wanting to get in the industry, but I really appreciate music, and I really like to hear about like how people are doing and like what's happening, especially when it's local. So I'm like super keen for this, and thanks so much again for your time. So, we have a whole bunch of questions. We prepped you a bit. Hopefully you're a bit ready. Shake off the nerves a little bit.
Yeah.
So, just a quick one. We already got the introduction down. But another question here, second one is what was your biggest attraction to deep house that influenced you to become a DJ or music in general?
My biggest attraction, bro, was, what can you do? Like, can you go through a day without music, bro?
Yeah,
Either hearing it anywhere or whatever. Like, it's an integral part of life, bro.
Absolutely, yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, just really enjoying Michael Jackson. Yeah.
Hey, nice one.
And I just fell in love with music, bro. Like, it's African culture, I guess, bro.
Yeah.
It just has music really just woven in there, bro.
And when was like just on the back of that question, when was like the moment you realized, I really like music? Or was it always like growing up, like, was it in your family, like parents listening to music all the time?
Like I said, Michael Jackson, and man, I couldn't sing, so then that's why. I was like, what's the next step, bro?
The next thing, yeah.
And then
No, but like I think as black people, music is in our culture. Like think of any family meeting or whatever.
Exactly.
At the end, there's always like.
Yeah, always.
It's our part.
And more importantly is the deep house part.
Yeah.
Uncle comes
with the aux
For a
cable,
memory
yeah,
stick or
man.
something.
That time he's taking up and down the volume,
Exactly.
but he's mixing there, bro. He's going off.
Yeah, because even me, like I grew up, my parents love like old school R&B music, so that was always like in my household, Anita Baker and all that kind of stuff. So Luther Vandross, so I always kind of grew up with that appreciation and love. But my dad really digs house music and all that kind of stuff. So I think for me, like I always had an appreciation for music, but then I only really, like it's probably quite late, I only realized I really like music probably in like my matric year or something. It was quite it's quite strange. It was like really, really late. So just to hear that it was like always a part of your life is actually really cool. Another question is there a DJ/artist besides Michael Jackson? Would you say is one of the biggest reasons why you became a DJ?
DJ Kent.
Oh, sure.
Mainly the reason of like Ultimix at 6 was honestly like I could not wait for a Friday to hear that play. Like it was
That's a throwback.
like
memories right there.
Dude. And like like from that point I was just like, you know what? I think.
I actually thought you were gonna say Black Coffee because
No.
every single DJ right now will be like, nah, Black Coffee.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give him that.
Have to give him his dues, yeah.
He's honestly like put a standard, like he's raised the bar pretty high for people from South Africa. So
And obviously, as an up and coming DJ, you know, you probably do a lot of gigs and stuff. What are some of the challenges that you faced as an up and coming DJ? And okay, well, it's a 2-part question, so we'll do that question first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finding the gigs in general.
Oh, wow.
Like firstly, like finding good gigs and like proper gigs that actually like take your brand and move it to something bigger and proper, and not just like playing free gigs or 6-year-old's house party, bro. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So like just proper trying to like build your brand, because at the end of the day, like it's really tough, because like the industry is it's made up of like little families almost, and like people are part of everyone has their own squad almost, and like to let someone new in is a very tough situation, and like you need to kind of find your way, bro. And like so for me that would definitely be like the toughest part of just getting in.
Man, that's super wise. Even like saying build your brand, like that's very few like young up and coming guys who like see that as an important aspect. Like it's always just about where are the gigs and like where can I perform, like even from like the smallest little 20 people to like 100 people. So it's cool to see like your insights and all that kind of stuff. But you
have to take into account like how unfortunately connections are a very important part of most industries, businesses and all that, because you need to know the right people. I mean, even if you have the like high talent, even look at artists, they probably don't, like the biggest artists, your favorite artists, they're not as big because it seems like talent these days is not like the most important part. But eventually it always ends up being
it's not about what you know, it's about who you know.
It's about who you know,
at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like you can literally be the best. There's hands down some people out there, guys, who are they're amazing, but because their brand isn't like built a certain way or whatever, like then they're not as big, and it's tough.
But eventually, like it like boils over, and then people's like, okay, this guy is talented.
You can see through it.
But like every time you gig, is it more you looking for how big the event will be, or like what type of music is there, if that makes sense? So like would you play in a place where it'll be packed, but the standard of music compared like what you play and what the DJs they play aren't the same?
I won't lie, starting off that was the case. It still kind of is the case at the end of the day, like just like I've been saying, building your brand, like you're just trying to kind of appeal to different types of markets, because like that's how you grow a bit quicker. But starting off, like I would take anything that came my way, but like as you move on, like you start becoming a lot more picky and like
So with regards to like where you're at now and kind of maintaining the brand that you have now, like what type of gigs are you looking at now?
That's a tough one. Like anything that I feel like will speak to people.
Sure.
Like it's like I said, that I don't want to be playing at a 12-year-old's
party,
because I mean that's not really gonna take me anywhere. Like yes, it's a good paycheck, but like it's not gonna take me anywhere. I want to play at a place where people are actually gonna look at me and be like, they appreciate my music, and like what I play. So
because I think now music appreciation isn't such a big thing anymore. Like it's more about vibe.
Exactly.
Music. Like people hate on me because I don't do hip hop parties, because there's no appreciation for music. Like facts, there's no appreciation for music. It's just let's get lit, guys. That's it.
Exactly.
If you go to like a proper house, like deep house party, the appreciation for music is big. Like you see people do themselves because they dig what they're listening to.
And a shout out to all the trap artists out there. We love you. We do love you. Yeah, don't worry. But just on that, like, obviously young people, young artists listening now, whatever genre, whatever. But I suppose we can focus in on wanting to be a DJ and stuff. Like, what advice would you give them now? You mean you're in the game a bit now.
What advice would I give them? Don't sleep on yourself, bro. At
That's
the
a
end of
good
the
one,
day,
yeah.
you know,
That's a
like
good
just
one,
don't sleep on yourself because it'll be tough. Like people will make you feel like you like nothing. Bro. You go to
Sure.
a gig and afterwards you're like, hey, and they're like, hey, there's the door, get out.
Wow.
No payment, nothing. Like, so don't sleep on yourself. Don't give up. Yeah, man. I'm sorry to sound cliche.
No, that's good. That's good, dude. That's really good. And what motivates you now? Like, I mean, I think what's cool is that we live in like a country that really likes music, and especially house music. I think we always think that it's like this is probably like the spiritual home of house music, like globally. And if you think about like a lot of like really really famous house DJs and whatever, always tour in South Africa because they know that this is a huge market for them.
100%.
So being in a country that will really appreciate the type of music that you're trying to push out, like what motivates you? Is it the fact that I don't want to say that it's like easily appreciated, but is it because like what motivates you to keep going?
I'm gonna sound cliche again, bro. Love of music. Just literally just the love of music, bro. Like, I mean, I do everything with music, bro. I can go to the gym, I can do my work, I can driving. Like, just I don't know. It's a part of me. Like, it's almost an extended part of me, bro. Like, so I feel like what motivates me is just the fact that I love doing what I'm doing. So it just never feels like a day of work or whatever. Like, it's just literally going out and having fun.
And
getting paid for having fun.
Yeah,
so like,
that's really cool. Yeah. That's really cool. And if you, maybe, this is probably a super cliche question that you always hear, but if you weren't a DJ, what would you be doing?
I'd be boxing, bro.
Serious
talk. I did boxing for about a year, 2 years, and then, I don't know, I was kind of planning on going to America and trying something because my coach was a Nigerian Olympian, whatever, which was dope. So he was trying to like organize me to go, and like my dad just didn't have it, bro. Because like I didn't raise my kid to go get
punched in the
face somewhere else. So I was like, you know what?
Getting paid to get beat.
So yeah, I was gonna do boxing, but like I'm glad I didn't, bro. Genuinely speaking, I'm glad I didn't.
So what was like the timeline of your career so far? Like when did it sort of become like a job from just being a hobby? And then since it became a job, like what's been the timeline since then? Okay,
so I finished matric in 2016 and I went to Rise Academy in 2017, which was like a DJing school.
Yes.
And I mean, yeah, like that was kind of like the kickstart, doing a lot of socials and whatnot. And that was the year of just like kind of planting myself and trying to see like how the industry works. Last year was my like second year sort of, or I'd call it my first year like properly. And hey, bro.
So, I mean, if I could ask, because I went through the stage of like trying to get into Rise, but I just realized how much work it would be like having to do it during school. I wanted to ask, like, because with Rise, they kind of set you up with gigs in a sense.
Yeah.
How's it changed from like, I mean, obviously it would in a sense have become harder now to like, well, kind of get gigs on your own. So, I mean, going from that phase of being in Rise where you were like continually like getting events, but then like to now like where you have to kind of like really work hard in a sense to doing it.
Okay, first things first, Rise is every Saturday, so it doesn't really clash with your schoolwork. They don't give you homework, like it's literally a you do you, and it's about how much like you really want it. So you'll do your homework afterwards, or you'll, you know. But in terms of the gigs, I feel like they give you the necessary like tools to like go out and actually be able to go find gigs, because at the end of the day, like I'm getting bigger gigs now than I did back then, whatever. And it's something you just work on. Like they start you off like it's cool and everything, but like I said, if you do your homework and you do the right things, like it's becomes easy.
How bad you want it.
Yeah, sure. That's
Definitely.
And since so now, what is this? Is this like your second year? You would say.
Yeah, I would say this is my second year.
Your second year, you would say. And then how would you say your first year went? As like the ups and downs. Yeah.
Lovely. I've gotten to do quite a few things through Rise. I opened up for Casper in your Vest.
Wait, wow, Jesus. I mean,
Opened up FNB, and then like last year, I did like your Durban Julys and stuff like that. So,
nice. Yo.
like, I never know like what to say, but like it's been like an experience. Like it's dope. People.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
People,
That's
people,
really cool.
people.
Yeah. And what were some of those? I mean, that's amazing highlights, but I mean that's a lot of hard work from your part, from you guys. I mean, what was like some of the, I suppose, more challenging parts of last year? Was it the traveling? Was it just like scheduling everything? Were you double booked or something? Sometimes did you have to give up gigs, all that kind of stuff? What were some of those challenges?
Like Cameron said, like it's actually finding the gigs. Like there's so much that goes into it, bro. Like, talking to people, sending through your EPK file, making friends, like social media presence even like becomes a job. I won't even lie to you, like I try to keep like my Instagram following very authentic, and like I keep it like proper. Like I might not have 10k followers, but I try to make sure that the people I do have engage and everything. So it's just, like I said, building your brand and like just trying to actually put your foot in the door, bro. Like is a very, like, it's tough.
And what are some of the, I mean it's early, I mean it's only Feb, but like what are some of the things to look forward to this year? What do you have planned?
I just finished something now. I went to Durban.
Oh, cool.
That was pretty nice. I mean, I am hoping to play at Rage this year. We'll see how that goes. I'm sure I'll be doing Durban July again as well this year. I've also started performing a lot for Spiced, so which is pretty cool. And I mean, here's my manager. I should be asking her what are the big moves for this year.
I think really just building his brand all across South Africa. Like our main areas, Durban, Cape Town, and I think Potch for now, Potch Pretoria.
Sure.
Yeah, so I think those are our main areas. Just building the brand.
And this is I don't know how to like phrase this question, but do you ever feel like, especially this industry of like DJing, is to me it's like quite a specialized thing. Like I don't think anyone can just DJ. This is my opinion.
I actually think anyone can.
Do you think so? Yeah.
Funny enough, I honestly think like you can wake up today and you can be a DJ, man. But like it's just what goes into like now growing. I mean, a lot of people are better. Like you don't understand how it sucks thinking I'm special and I'm like I'm a DJ and someone goes, yo, but I'm a DJ too, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Because like when I was in high school, and whenever we had like whatever dances and stuff, like almost everyone in my grade was DJ something or DJ whatever.
You see?
And like I'm not saying that they were bad or anything per se, but then like I mean I think I have a great music taste, but by no means have I ever considered myself a DJ.
Yeah.
And like when we did our mix, I was just like looking at what Cameron and Jobs was doing and like the technicalities of finding a song with the BPM matches so you can go into the next song, like stuff like that where people don't see that on stage. They just think that you're pressing play and then going, you know what I mean? So for me, that's why I appreciate like the art of actually being a DJ, and that's why to me it's like not necessarily everyone can be one. Everyone can have like a decent music taste and maybe you can set up a great playlist. I mean, that's cool. But then like actually being a DJ, I think is like quite specialized.
It does take a lot because at the end of the day, you do start realizing that like you literally have to, they call it crowd controlling, like which is something that's very hard. I'm still trying to figure it out, but like as a DJ, like it's not only just about like you're literally choosing a specific song for a specific time, like whether it's for like a hype song or just to maintain a certain level with the crowd or like to kind of take it down a notch or depending like it's more than just like I said, like the buttons, but like you really need to figure out a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, man.
Like I have to agree with Linda with the whole not everyone can DJ, because it's like you get a drummer He's a natural drummer. This guy just gets drumming. Yes, he got taught how to drum, but there's a more natural instinct to it. And you can get someone like me. You can go teach me how to drum, but I still won't have the same edge as that guy.
100%.
And I think with
100%.
DJs, there's a lot of that. There's many DJs, but there's not a lot of good DJs. Because you can go listen to a set and you'll be like, okay, nah, he was able to match songs, it was alright. But his song choice, terrible. You go listen to a guy like banger mix. Because this guy just knew what to do and when to do it. Yeah. So like I think it's a natural talent for people. So yeah, I'd have to agree with Linda with not everyone can DJ.
Okay.
Like as a skill, yes you can.
Yeah, well that's
as a skill you
100%.
can.
Yeah.
But as a talent, it's something else.
Yeah, because I think you even like touched on it, the crowd control thing. Like I think a lot, like even like reiterating the same point. Like anyone can set up a good playlist and like let it play or whatever. But then like reading the crowd, like as you're saying, like I think that in itself is
Exactly, like two DJs can play the exact same song and have two different reactions.
Exactly,
because of when they played it, how they played it. Yeah,
like so when you are doing a live mix or whatever, and you have like a song in your head, and all of a sudden like the shift that the crowd gets a bit more hyped, can you like switch on the fly, like, and maybe I play this song better?
Yeah.
Is that like
I have to.
Yeah.
Like I can switch whole genres. Like
Sure.
I'll sit and I'll be playing tech. And people are like, "Hey, we're leaving," and I have to go.
yeah.
Switch up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that literally happened. Like, was it last weekend where we played at the Sands? And like I started off with like a tech like vibe, and yeah, like people were, and then I had to play doof doof, and that's when like the whole place like packed up. You know that.
Do you ever like play music that you're like, I hate this, but the crowd loves it?
I'm a slave at the moment. Like I'm still a slave, so yeah.
Let me tell you about, this is my greatest like DJing moment of my whole life. So I was at a youth camp. I think I told jokes about this. I was at a youth camp like last year, and I was with my friend, like you were like handling the music for this camp. So it was about 200, 300 kids there, between like 800 to between like 800. Did I say 800? I'm lying. Like 200 to like 300. So it wasn't like huge, but it was pretty cool. And it's like in Bedford View, so majority like white girls, and so we're just playing just banger One Direction vibes. You know no. So then what happened? So obviously I'm like hating this, but then everyone is loving this, and I'm like to my friend, like, dude, play Baby by Justin Bieber, and then watch what happens. And he's like, what are you even saying? And then I'm like, just do it. I turn it on. I've never heard people scream like that in my entire life. I was like, I told you. But
I have a limit, bro. Like, I don't even lie to you. I have a limit. Like, there's a point where people are like, can you please play? And I'm like, listen, I'm not a request DJ. Like, take what you get, bro. Just like walk off.
Yeah.
I can only do so much.
Yeah,
you will not catch me playing One Direction. It's a good remix, but a full-on clean One Direction, so not a chance.
Oh man. So I'm just gonna like remix that last question, because we did speak about it a bit off air, but we're cool for the listeners to hear.
Yeah.
But like, what's been your, I'd say, for up until this point now, because I mean, shout out to you. I think you have a huge future. Like, you seem like a really cool guy.
Thank you very much.
So what's been like your biggest highlight so far, and like biggest low light as far, and that question that we had was like, what was, let me just read it properly before like I
feel like I understand it though.
Yeah, you get what I'm
like
saying.
Highlight and
low light.
Yeah. My biggest highlight, funny enough, no, not even. It was like an event I did in Reimsig, like some pool party thing, and literally when I tell you like, so like the organizers just had it really stuffed up, and I was meant to play a certain time, and now I found myself like fighting with someone to play my set, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, are you serious? So he's like to me, no, you'll play after me. Like, he wanted the main set time, so I was like, you know what, it's whatever, I'll step aside. And he went on, and and then I hopped on, bro, and when I tell you, that whole dance floor just got packed. People were jumping into the pool. It was, bro, like, for me, there wasn't like 300, 400 people there. It was like a good, like, maybe 100, 150. But like that set, that set was just cool, amazing. And Lola, the biggest low, Oh, I don't know.
I hope it's fun.
The bigger. Oh no, disgusting. I was playing a set at Sunday Funk, and some stupid drunk girl decided to cotch all over my shoes, Chana, and yo, can I tell you, like you're trying to DJ, but you're trying to look after your kids at the same time. Really, like, yeah, that was a mess. Like, but
Damn. That's good.
I mean,
shout out to Funk, bro.
like, yeah, low points. I mean, I don't really have like super low points because at the end of the day, when I'm playing for like 2-3 people, I mean, you've seen like a Jinx sometimes where it like gets really empty or like it's full. I enjoy like what I'm doing, bro. So like, yeah, even like when you mess up, like I remember Casper Your Vest, I pressed the Q button on the wrong deck.
Wow, yeah.
Bro. And I had to kind of like freestyle it and whatever, but like I never like, those don't become like low points for me, like, yeah. So.
Sheesh, man. Yeah. Any other questions, boys? Who's been what's been like, I guess another two-parter. So who's been like the coolest person you've like either opened for or played with, as far as like scale of the artist, or quality of the artist, or quality of the DJ, and then who would you say you'd love to be able to play with?
Shout out first question again.
So who's like been your favorite person to like either open for, so like a Casper or whatever, or play with or after, as far as like a big time DJ or like the quality of the DJ?
Favorite person to open for Rick.
Really?
Funny enough, yeah. Just like very chill though. Like,
yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Like he's very supportive. I don't even know.
He's
like,
a cool guy. Yeah.
He's just like, yo, do you whatever. Like, you know, I'm out here stressing myself, and I'm like, because some big guys, you have to find out like what BPM you need to hand them over, what type of music maybe, and all of that. So like, and you have someone who's like really chilled and it's like, yo, bro, you do you, enjoy your set. I'll come on after you, and like I'll just take over from you.
That's very cool. Yeah.
So yeah, he's probably like been my favorite to open up for.
Yeah.
And then what is the second?
Someone you'd love to like sort of play with, open for, some.
Cliche. No, actually no, I'm lying. I think going on, I was thinking that, you know what I'm saying, but to actually kind of really think about it, I think someone like your Stimming, or funny enough, I would really love to open up for someone like either Transmix Soul or Lazarus, man.
Lazarus, yeah, sure.
Like on a serious level. Like I don't like, it's just a me thing. It's not.
Yeah, no, totally get you.
But yeah, I just feel like I'd go off.
That'd be sick. Yeah.
I'd go off.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, man, that was Son of Dennis in the building right now.
Of course.
Yeah, that's a great time.
Yeah.
Cool. He's also got a mix for us that we will be releasing also. So man, the man came through. You guys came through for us. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Thanks for being a part of. Like we're like super passionate about this, and so thanks so much for actually like taking time out of your I presume very busy schedule. And thanks for just being here, blessing us, and we really appreciate it, like for real, dude. And I think we can reiterate, like we think you are like a rad guy, and like you have such a future. Yeah. We'll censor that. Don't worry. For the young listeners.
Hey, sorry.
No, don't worry. But yeah, no, we really reiterate. We think you're awesome. We think you have such a cool future, bro, and you're genuinely a cool guy. And I'm sure the listeners now can really pick that up. Now you're an awesome guy. So guys, first episode of 2019. We nailed it, finally. Yesterday that took forever. We may be taking a slight hiatus, but that's why we're doing double content with the interview and the mix, because I'm going on a hike next week, so I won't be here. I won't be here. Guys, you know me, I love the wilderness. I don't know what you guys are saying. Bro. Some time away from the city.
Away from the wilderness.
Yeah.
You're going back.
Don't worry about it. We're only there for 2 days. It's all good. I'll be back and better. But yeah, we got some cool content coming for this year. More and more stuff like this. More music coming out. More shows coming out. Tumi's even got a cool show that we're going to be launching soon.
Shout out.
So man, our dealers we're growing. Merch is available. If you want some merch, pull through. So yeah, Son of Dennis, thank you so much. Thank you
I
very
want
much.
merch.
No, thank
I
you
want
so much.
merch.
Hey, bro, pull in.
I need to win some merch.
We need to give this guy a gift. We need to pull in, yeah. So thanks so much again, guys. This was Art Dealers. We're back, guys. Shout out to everyone. Peace out, guys. Peace out.